Hope I didn't say anything too bad there. Too butty.
Well,
into the booty.
He also said that his favorite thing about Germany was sausages.
Sausage. Big, long sausages is exactly what he specified that he loved. They do have really good sausage here, that's for sure.
Yep, sure.
Beer, sausage.
What more? What more do you need?
Schnitzel.
Potatoes. All the main food groups.
Yep.
And Counter-Strike.
Yep.
Here we go, folks. This time, it is live. So let's get it underway. Mongols yesterday, obviously, with a close showing versus MZINho. A MZINho that, need I remind you, went on to advance to the next stage of Cologne instantly. So all of a sudden, that double overtime game versus MZINho is very impressive. And I think it's the fact that we got a good showing out of Techno 4K. We saw promise out of 910 on the off, a new piece of this Mongols formula. And even though the stats weren't necessarily there, I saw some flashy mechanical moments from Mzinho that got me excited.
I co-sign all of that for sure. I was impressed for damn sure about the Mongols. You sort of have to watch the match to see how close they were to winning. At the same time, somehow not surprised they lost, but I think that's just because MZINho played so well and made that comeback possible. But Blitz's calling, Blitz's entries, and all the individual players who are new to the team did great.
Very slow burn here in the pistol. We get 3 from middle, sizing up connector, crossfire between Neofrag and Crucial. Instant headshot out of Blitz, nice and clean. Smokes off Crucial as well, should take him out of the engagement.
Not a good smoke though.
Oh, little gap, but with just the pistol, hard to kind of get that target down.
Oh,
clean from BMAS.
Don't chase him down.
Just leans back into it.
Got away with that plant.
Could have definitely been stopped.
You know what? Everyone's gushed, but you still got to be careful. USPs, they're only going for the head.
Mzinho locks in, holds the back sight. 2 players to hold the cross. They're coming at him from over Ticket. That was Thomas Lowe. Easy cleanup. Crucial's now been gushed as well. The Glocks are finding their marks. And then they start to get a little antsy. And Mzinho still has 2 players to hold the cross, but he offers up an opening that allows for Crucial to get over into the bomb site. Then he hits his headshot, and it starts to fall onto Azteca. Now, no time. No kit because it died on the wall along Ticket. But I do feel like with that,
got it.
you know, I think definitely. I think yes.
I think they could have. That was a hard one to find, maybe, but maybe if they ran for it, they could have got it. But well, you know what? I don't think they should have had a chance before that. 2v2 took place. So a good effort to get to that point. Mongols up around. Now, I think that the ban comes on Vertigo because no Cypher, no Vertigo.
Right. Yep.
I think that was a big part. That's a good excuse for them to say, okay, this is not our strongest map anymore, or maybe they try. I'm sure they tried it with their new players. And
I think that really just shows the value of what Cypher brought to the table then.
I do think, though, that it sort of makes your veto weird that you have to ban a map that people were once afraid of you on. That's something for sure. Like, it became that bad.
Right? Just without, okay, you lost your ramp player, and all of a sudden
literally too scared that your opponent even like leads it in as a 3rd map.
Maybe they also just thought in the off season in preparation they could get countered on it. Mongols, no slouches. Could have prepared something crazy. Azteca into the ladder room, dies to rallen.
Azteca is someone I think needed to have a better day yesterday. Actually could have made the difference. So looking for a better day too. Uh-oh.
Thomas just turned around. There's nobody over on market, nobody back sight, but he picks up the slack with a nice clean kill on Techno 4K. Galil's in an AK, flood down into the bomb site. Nice hold by rallen, making sure that the pressure stays applied in all directions. 9-10 into the 1v3. Now he is the opera of the team. Looking competent with the rifle as he gets the first headshot. Sees a sliver. 2nd kill on Neofrag.
Oh.
And
he dodges it.
Missed the timing on the peak. But he doesn't know where he's at. And he could very well get caught off. BMAS with the MP9 getting ever closer. But now that he's locked in, he just has to make sure that he hits the shot when that SMG gets close.
Oh, what a play.
1v3.
And he doesn't know about the last guy, but he makes the right moves to play safest. Getting to vent slowly. And there were a couple of timings there for BMAS, but you couldn't ask for a better move out of 9-10.
Was feeling hunted as he lost track of the third one. Clinical headshots on the first two.
Yeah, that was hard. Good job, 9-10. Yeah, we saw some definitely some good plays yesterday versus Mouse, and again for a couple of these guys, brand new. You know, never played anything like an event like this, so that says a lot.
I think what need I remind everyone also, it's like kind of the case in Kato. I'm trying to think back. Actually, maybe I'm speaking too soon.
Well,
there's just been so many roster changes. I feel like there was a player
9-10 and Mzinho weren't in.
No. But when they showed up in Katowice at the start of the year, I feel like the other players they previously had also were in the same boat. No international experience. But I could be wrong now that I think about it.
Yeah, I guess the only other question would be like Rio Major or something like that, but I can't remember, so.
Forget about it.
I mean, who cares? They're not on the team anymore.
Yeah, suckers. Kind of without explanation, too. Such a...
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
5-7 to the back of the head would be a nice little freebie. Yeah. Crucial. Upgrade to the Galil.
Oh, yeah.
But it's okay.
Palace
Mongols,
clean.
they've always had their eyes set on this B site. And with a single player walking up Cat, they're going to split into it. 5-7 from the pocket. Ooh, Techno. All right. 1 HP. Makes a hell of a difference, huh?
Yeah, Techno went crazy yesterday, too. He was top of the board. The crazy part is we went double overtime, Torzy on 50 kills. So imagine Torzy had 40 kills. Mongols win the game, you know? And that was nuts because it didn't feel like Torzy's teammates were even playing that badly. Everyone seemed to be contributing, and yet Mongols still nearly won the game in regulation in the first OT. So I think they've got to be proud of themselves for that attempt. But talking to Thomas, you know, sort of just feeling bad, I think, about the fact that they've had to make emergency roster moves. And, I mean, there's no sugarcoating it, I think, for him, where it's like, this sucks. You know, I think they wish they had more time to play. I think, you know, 9 days of playing, though, is honestly more than some other teams had. But you could also say those other teams are, like, way more experienced and vetted, and they can figure out how to put together a serviceable roster,
time.
Whereas, yeah, this is always going to be more of a project. But on paper, you know, BMAS for Cypher makes sense, obviously. Purest entry fraggers out there.
Just can't do it on Vertigo, maybe. Time will tell.
I like people who aren't good at Vertigo, so.
Smoke into the site. Oh, BMAS speaks that with a gun out, but it's just the tempo, it's the pace.
He had to fall completely back there.
All the way. Instead, floats around, dies out. Hasteka gets himself a double entry. So we're looking for something better from him, as you said.
In that last round, they let them get out to Van. In this round, they let them get out of Palace, which is fine. But yeah, the protocols for BMAS should have been literally all the way back to CT, and they've got to trust in the retake at that point. As a CT player, you love to get your one peek off, instant headshot, then fall back. But if you don't get it, you got to be really careful with your life, because now there's no retake possible without CT control.
Got to be careful with the speed of which Mongols will hit you. No slouches. They come out swinging. They catch better teams off guard than ITB.
Man.
So this one goes down perfectly. Mongols even upgrading those MAC-10s into M4s, as if they needed extra cash.
Thomas also said, yeah, to me, just off record, but nothing like too bad. It was just about the NIP game. He felt like it was a lot closer than the scoreline would have said. So we were casting, obviously, so we didn't get to watch, but it was 16-5. And he said he felt like they got, like mentally, they got 12 rounds. So at least weren't drained on confidence after that one.
Okay.
Played against a good team. Felt like they maybe lost some critical 1v1s, but were very close. And I think that was reflected in the BMAS interview as well.
Hasteka looking at the A side again. Look at him. Look at him just crank the dial straight through. Flash comes over to help BMAS. He's holding off on triple. He will catch 1 and 2. And then he holds on to his cover. Much better with the gun actually out. 9-10's going to spam down the little that remained of him. Crucial's got a good angle off of the bench, but now he's known. Oh, they feel the squeeze, but still they're coming out with kills. 2 players to just dive into the back boxes.
just fighting so hard for that. This fast flank coming in, that could be huge. Thomas on CT, they've got all 3 choke points locked off. I actually love that smoke. I mean, it makes it a little awkward where they're so close to wanting to fight, but they get out. Oh, they get out.
Oh, and they get another frag. Rallen's flank won't find the plants. Oh, but he's given a chance now to Mzinho, who's dead. Rallen will clear him, feeling claustrophobic on that bomb site. They know Blitz is up in Palace too, so they're going to try to flush 910 out. And he didn't have enough health to deal with that one. Poor Blitz also denied vision, denied exit. And it's a 10-second defuse, but he's got nothing to get in with.
Yeah, that smoke counter is great. It's a good one. I think that's something that comes through in CS, has come through sometimes in CS, where you smoke out certain positions. For example, on quad on Inferno, if you molly it, no one can stand there. But if they smoke it, then you're kind of stuck. And if they make it a one-way, then it's awkward. But if you smoke them right away, there's no counter to a smoke, you know? In sort of that rock, paper, scissors game of utility in CSGO, a smoke is a gun.
Well, yeah.
Can't counter it. Just got to wait it out.
Yeah, until CS2.
You can counter smoke with a smoke, I guess, by making it too long.
Like fighting fire with fire. Quick peek, bottom connector. Oh, everything's there for Neofrag to pick up the kill.
Oh,
they
that's
flushed
a great
him out.
nade, yeah.
Yeah, Rallen just dunks it on him. Beautiful utility to follow up the damage of Neofrag. Poor Hesteka had his hand forced by getting mollied from behind boxes. Crucial's going to play inside a connector here. We've still got, of course, bottom mid, top mid here for Mongols. Whew, a chance, but...
Oh, there's a lot of people inside of Con right now.
The smoke at the top of it. Mzinho's waiting for his chance over on ramp. His entire round comes down to timing as far as he's concerned. Thomas looking to peel one off connector, but he just missed the timing. And now he's starting to look back towards the B site. There was a player in apartments probably making some sound earlier on. Crucial's going to confirm bomb. That draws Thomas back up cat. He'll catch Blitz.
Oh my God. Wait.
Is alive and fighting. Now this player in jungle is critical. 910 eats the flash. It slows it down. He has time. Mzinho comes out ramp.
Oh, they both have mollies. There should be no way to stand here safely, but it's not being thrown in this direction. They're going to wait the smoke out. Flash coming.
Gets him into the corner.
Oh!
910, 3 beautiful shots, but he's going to need the 4th one too, and Thomas hits the headshot. Damn!
Take the fight, baby.
Yo, this new ops, he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. That's really good from Thomas. I mean, overall, the move from the Mongols this round were awesome, but you appreciate Into the Breach here, looking to fight into mid exactly as Mongols are trying to get up connector, and I think Crucial gets a very important kill. When he's coming off of the stairs, gets 1 of 2, gets spotted, but just keeps things sort of in the favor of Into the Breach. Some stability. And then Thomas comes in for the cleanup.
Good. Nice to see a nice clean headshot like that from Thomas. Previously peeking into CT and missing his chance to deny plant. Mzinho bested by BMAS. So ITB starting to put CT side together. But man, did 910 just give him something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Big chance at a split here towards B. Cat definitely dented. Thomas concerned about the push from Blitz. That cuts off bomb. Now he can turn back towards the apartments, and even with the entry.
So the bomb he faced forward on Cat, so it's actually kind of retrievable. Oh, Neofrag runs into that op. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. It's kind of hard to get to.
And Crucial's also holding it. It's going to bring 910 over. He'll smoke it. The mass continuing to confirm his position. 910 then waiting for that additional rotate. It's going to be him versus Crucial. Crucial throwing out a smoke.
Oh, he smokes the cross. Okay, so plant will come in. Crucial looking for something interesting. Let's see if they're aware of this. Both players on the retake in from market.
Just trying to anticipate somebody pushing around up front, but nobody does move forward. 910 just leans back sight. This is another round where 910 has cracked it open. Oh, and he's not going to miss that chance on BMAS. Crucial, tough job to get out. A 2v4 this time pulled off. As they go back down towards Cat, clear out Thomas, retrieve their bomb, and it all hinges on 9-10's opping. That is nearly back-to-back 2v4s where he is the maestro.
We're going to be talking about Mongolian oppers now. That's going to be the conversation. They traded out a strong one for another strong one, and another one who is good in the clutch, actually. It was Annihilation before, right? That put up some pretty great clutches back at Cato, but Mongols, man, good mid-rounding. They look pretty solid as a team overall. I think they make some individual mistakes, for sure, but Into the Breach have made more, and the punish game has definitely been the favor of the Mongols, so things are looking very up for them in this half and already in the series. It was a heartening interview with BMAS and Shocks, but gotta say they have been taking advantage of his sort of discomfort on the A site.
No resistance whatsoever until this boost up and Rallen. Yeah, he's going to find the backup Blitz. Could feel like Blitz was concerned about how easy it was. Pistols peek out with the contact made versus Azteca. That is, of course, an AK picked up inside of ladder room. Fire burns Techno, but 9-10 is in another 2 versus 4. This would be the third consecutive, and he lands that shot.
Oh, and he finds window. This is free.
Makes the jump over. Neofrag hears that movement. Neofrag should hatch him turn the wrong way. Yes, okay. He is dead, and with him dead, it feels like the chance is done. But Mzinho still going to try to keep this alive.
They know both. He knows both are in B, I'm pretty sure, so.
If only he had a little more HP to work with.
No guarantees you can plant there, but there's no one peeking off of Cat. They're sitting and waiting. Is there a chance that Mzinho wins this? Yes, there is. Crucial's low. It'll sort of need to be BMAS. Apex might be a good spot to play this from, honestly, just to be on an off angle, but here he's got to hope they don't read it correctly.
They've got no smoke to block him off or cover their own plant. He's got the Molotov.
He does have the Molotov. He's playing it far back, though. Will he give himself a chance to throw it?
They
He should have it ready to go.
Oh, clears BMAS.
There's no kid, is there?
Nope. No, there isn't. And there's no chance. And so that is back-to-back 2v4s.
16 years old.
And nearly a third one if we go one round prior.
Yeah. Let that one slip. Got to be happy here for the Mongols. Man, individuals in the clutch. Lots of clutch players on that team.
Disheartening for Into the Breach, especially on a round like that. You've got your opening kills. Your pistols are upgrading into rifles. Neofrag puts all that damage in, but no eyes on ramp. Easy clutch for the kid. The second 16-year-old making his big LAN debut. The other being Jimpat, already progressed to the group stage. Spam comes out from triple. No chance. No chance at all. This is big weapons for ITB. And they go down for nearly free. Crucial slides up towards Ticket. Bomb's going to be planted in front of him. Just that presence of the second player keeps him away from denying it. They'll chuck utility back and forth as Rallen tries to get the flank in. Mzinho turns his attention towards it. Slides out, clears it. Jesus. Good presence of mind to go all that way out. Now they're looking towards jungle. They've got this lock-in towards connector. The coverage over towards Ticket. And ITB just find no openings here. 3 versus 3, and it's all going the way of the T side. Thomas, nobody else is showing him skin. He has to fall back, and it's 7 terrorist round wins.
Yeah, you know how I feel about starting triple, where it's a good spot for versatility because you can fight basically every angle, you know, A ramp, palace, and connector, but it's spammable all the way through. There's no like middle part where you can just stand if you get spotted and chill. And with no flash support, we saw that there's a shoulder peek, and then that's it. After he tuck, you're just going to get destroyed. So he was actually spotted, I think, by the ramp player, called immediately, and just spammed down. But I think, you know, Mongols, they can win rounds on B and A. It's not like A is the only weak site right now.
well-oiled machine here on Mirage. ITB back to the dumps of pistols. Haven't had to bank on Techno 4K just yet. Blitz's headshot towards that ticket player clean. Mongols just setting themselves up for a very impressive first half on map 1. Slow walk out, crucial. Trying to deal with 2 different positions,
They've
but
been
gets
good
the
in there.
5-7 headshot. Those lethal 5-7 headshots. Neofrag keeps glancing over towards the radar. He'll be found out. Putting down the smoke for Connector to make sure that that weapon picked up towards Catwalk won't become a problem as they then go into the A split with 1 player still lingering Palace. No ramp control, makes it a little weird. Could be a threat. No plant exposed to it. Fake it out, see no peek. No challenge. Taking their sweet time here, Mongols, making sure no mistakes made.
They're moving deadly right now. Not making a single error after having 1 drop inside of Cat. Controlling every choke point. All the CTs can ask for is damage at this point.
Thomas will try. Locked in. Little fight back towards Murder Hole. Rallen maybe looking to get an upgrade here as the others already have their rifles. And if you don't kill Mongols at the start of the round, if they don't make any mistakes, they still get their plant, then at least clean them up on the exits. That's the silver lining here for ITB.
Yeah, that's nice. Do some damage to the economy. Keep some guns. And they saved on that round, so this will help them a little bit here. I mean, the half isn't dead yet, but it's mostly the quality of rounds that's the most troublesome, worrying part for Into the Breach. They're not really looking like a solid team at the moment, gotta say. Too much discomfort.
9 days of practice with that late departure of Crucial, excuse me, Cypher. Rumored to be a part of the new TSM team. Team solo mid team. Crucial on the smoke.
Oh my goodness.
That's a base,
Okay.
but at least Neofrag's in connector, but the flash is good. Azteca sets them up for the entry. It's another boisterous B hit where they just come flying over with SMGs shredding through the original defenders. It falls on the 3 rotators, and Neofrag is in the open. Bench cover's gonna bode well for Azteca. BMAS spams through the smoke. But that smoke still makes things awkward for the market exit.
What the hell?
Go through though.
Why?
That's a little crazy. Just because they want 910 to clutch again. Add it to the highlight reel. He's got the Galil. He's got the AK near him. He's got the window player dead. And he's not even going to upgrade because he holds on knowing Crucial's gotten closer, toys with him, and falls.
No kid again.
It's over back by Bench, and ITB just missing the mark ever so slightly. Mongols racking up a 9th.
Oh, man. How much did Kit 400? So Crucial's on 350. If he had that one for himself, obviously there was a kit, but it was too far away to grab. Azteca's play was definitely like pushing
crazy.
your own market smoke in a 2v2.
Sure.
You know, player advantages, but as you mentioned, they're just setting up 910 to be the start of the show because he is perfectly comfortable in those 1v2s.
It's a couple of 2 versus 4s, a 1 versus 2. He was a part of 3 of them. All 3 of those rounds. 910 stamping his name on.
Someone asked me on Twitter, can you find out if it's pronounced 910? I didn't respond. Why are you trying to cause trouble?
Yeah, right.
No one knows.
Why are you stirring the pot, bro?
I'm not going to add a syllable for no reason. So 910 sounds way better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us be the judge.
Jury and executioner.
91-0? Don't think so, kid.
$910.
All right, all right. A little Palace emphasis, huh? It's been a while since we saw the floodgates open from Palace. Neofrag, BMAS here on site. Ooh, but they dodge.
No!
Oh, Techno just blasts him, dude. Another double entry.
I feel like he should have been a little bit more prepared. He switched his gun and it didn't look down on the shadow that was going to drop on him. I mean, it was great from Techno, but man, there's just so many like just individual moments here that are just allowing Mongols just that right amount of space. I mean, good on them for going sort of low telegraph contact plays, because that's working out beautifully versus ITB.
Mohan, they're crushing their souls.
They're crushing their souls. But
This is...
But to be honest, like, ITB are not showing a lot of heart.
Damn.
So
Mongol said, hey, you guys happy about that Paris major run? Well, let me ruin your lives a little. Dude.
wow.
I mean, that's also...
But he didn't change. You know, he was just a little looking up, right?
Not fast enough.
Yeah.
Not quick enough.
You got to be ready for that shadow.
Terrorist round with ITB get worked.
Maybe he didn't see the guy on top balcony at first. I think they heard him, but I'm not sure. Might be a matter of CT spots too. That BMAS, I don't remember like BMAS on Mouse, for example, where he played. It's been some time.
It's been a long time since we've had him back. BMAS had a run on FaZe, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of big organizations and then a year of absence. Chance here. Got his frag and half of Techno down. But the only thing left on this A site is Neofrag deep jungle. We get the panic rotate out from ITB. 2 back towards Ticket, and they're going to slow burn. They got time. They got a mid lurk. Thomas trying to creep out. Mongols now pushing into what was once an open site. Azteca, bomb plant denied. Neofrag comes through. Here we go. ITB with a little life left in them. Unless Blitz blasts them away in this clutch. But he didn't go for the reload. Would have gotten rushed. Has to swing with the Glock. And it is a 3rd round at the very least for ITB.
Rallen's put up some numbers, but I got to say, I think Thomas has been sort of a shining light for the team right now, at least in some of these rounds. Put up some pretty decent holds, at least in the 2 rounds they've got. He's been good, but I guess that makes sense. The 2 players that are maybe the most comfortable coming from their former lineup. Into the butty. I wonder what that actually means.
Careful.
Yeah, true. But he said it in content, so
Okay.
in front of a camera already.
Right, all right, all right. Then it's
But he also said he didn't know what it means, so.
Man, shooting for 5 rounds on the CT side. Luckily, we are into the best of 3s here at IEM Cologne. So Into the Breach can take 2 whoopings. Surely their chances on Ancient increase. 9 days of practice. That is actually, I mean, that's nothing to just scoff at.
Like it's enough, or?
I mean, it's better than most. It's better than some.
Better than some, yeah.
Yeah, it's better than some. 9 days
100%.
is
It's something.
something.
Every team wishes they had more, but in Counter-Strike, you never have enough. So, like, it's sort of like, you know, no one's ever prepared on marathon days sort of thing. You just got to be, hope you've got something together.
But
Which I actually think that this leads to a bigger conversation, but we'll see how this round plays out. Because I guess Into the Breach, still alive for a second, Thomas. Ooh, he goes down.
smoked by the Galil.
I think that the prevalent styles later on in Counter-Strike, you know, were about sort of how structured you could play while also loose. Whereas like some of the very high anti-strat styles of the past, like when Existence used to call for Titan and stuff like that, like you just can't keep that up in a Counter-Strike calendar, you know?
Sure.
The teams that come in ultra prepared all the time with brand new stuff, I mean, everything just gets ripped off really fast, and so it comes back to like how sound your fundamentals are, and then how much stuff you can add on after that. But you've got to stay adaptable. I mean, that's why Kerrigan's lasted so long. I think the best styles definitely are. I think the game would look very different if we had a different calendar in terms of the way teams would play and what the best teams in the world would look like.
I always thought of the idea of like a team just taking off more time than all the others and just coming in hyper super prepped.
It's sort of a waste almost.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just play, get into the grind with everybody else.
How many times have we done interviews where it's like, what if you changed as we're in a new country like a week later?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Crucial's going to try to take the fourth one for ITB.
Nice.
4 better than 3.
These flashes are getting so much.
But Techno 4K's double Galil entry is just too much. Mongols are simply sharper. Sliding across deep into the ticket booth. We get one to drop down into Sandwich. Neofrag looking to clear out this bomb site. Blitz has already got the guy towards Murder Hole. Sometimes on YouTube, I watch this show that's about making the best blade. And right now, Mongols, they're playing versus a blunt object. This is a hammer for ITB, and they're hitting themselves over the head with it. 12 rounds for Mongols. No real fight for ITB, but a second half is coming up regardless. 9-10 stealing the show early on, and Thomas just can't believe it. It's tough stuff to watch if you're an ITB fan, but that back-to-back 2 versus 4, and then a 1v2 sprinkled in after. There were moments where Into the Breach had an advantage, but those moments were ripped from their cold, clammy hands as they were left on the side of the street to bleed out. And so now this T-side's gonna have to be something absolutely phenomenal, or ITB hope they can bring back this best of 3 on their map pick of Ancient. It is elimination on day 2 of IEM Cologne. And it's a 4 versus 5 kicked off. 9-10 catches rallen. That's gonna be a bunch of bodies turned back towards the A site, but they can still get their plant. Go ahead and have it. Or does the ticket player swing like a madman? Coverage from Crucial out of Palace. He's looking for something. BMass up close on jungle. Missed chance. And if he's able to hold that back, then this retake can't really get rolling. But now Crucial can just be countered. He's got everybody looking at him.
Oh my goodness.
It's a pistol round for the Mongols. It's a 13-3 lead. It could very well be
worse than their Ninjas match.
Quick day in the office.
Very much so.
But I choose to look at life with rose-tinted glasses. And I choose to picture Mongols returning in form after a poor major with an unknown entity in 9-10 to come to Cologne, possibly the last chance CSGO in a big arena, and they put Asian Counter-Strike back on the map.
Dude, that's what we're all cheering for.
Double OT nearly versus MZNO, who have already advanced to group stage. And if they just smoke ITB, then we're looking at them with all the other teams at the play-in and saying, maybe Mongols got it. Maybe this is something special. Maybe it may be the collapse of ITB. But it's runway for their opponents. Mzinho chilling on triple, finds the timing on the peak. It's a force, of course, from ITB, and they get the trade. Unraveling this bomb site until Azteca drops the bomb carrier. Crucial's got to come grab that. Oh, nobody's got the bomb, and so once the smokes fade, it feels like that vision will be too much. BMass catches 9-10 through smoke. That definitely helps. But he's got another one locked in the corners of jungle, and he didn't get far enough onto the bomb. Concerned about the ticket peak. CT's coming at him. They've got control of the situation.
Yeah, he's got to peel back. Rallen is just on another tip right now. Coming in through under. CT's not clearing this out right now. Maybe there's a chance for Rallen to make something happen here. 111 ADR coming into the second half.
He's looking for backs turned.
They're getting the good spots, man. The spots are too good.
BMass gets killed over towards ramp, so Rallen's going to have to do this all on his own. And he gets executed from behind. Techno in the open. Mongols 14-3.
They were floating, but not in an unsafe way. They were getting to better spots, improving their position slowly, like the good chess players that they are. I hope they all play chess, actually. I love the chess angle on the Mongols, honestly.
They're all
huge
delivering.
believer in the overlap.
Cool.
I talked to Eric Hansen. He's heard about Blitz. He's the best chess player in Canada.
Okay.
Highest rated. So that's super legit. FIDE Master, Blitz. Need to get them talking. Get a collab going.
Be a great content piece. How few moves can Blitz use to beat all the other players here at IEM Cologne? Or we set him up versus every other player. You know, sometimes one guy in the middle of the room plays like 40 games all at the same time. I want that from Blitz.
I bet he could definitely do a few games at once, 100%.
Gangster. Nothing more gangster than chess. Except maybe checkers. Backgammon, also a nice board game.
Backgammon.
In fact, checkers sucks, for
Yeah.
being real.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to ruin the vibe for you, but
No, I want to restate that. Checkers mid as hell.
Chinese checkers, though.
Don't
now
know
we're,
it.
Now we're talking.
Oof. Poor guys. Thought they had an opening going towards the A site, but you just get swarmed. You get stunned, you get slapped, you get smothered. Crucial, smoked. Mongols 15-3. This first map is nothing but a technicality on the doorstep of the Mongols. They got to go through the motions to pick up the first one. And we all have to hope that ITB can bring the fight on map 2. For their sake.
Yes, for everyone's.
It's always a very sad tale when you see a team go off and do something amazing like the playoff run at the Major that ITB had. And then obviously it's going to suck for them to watch guys like Apex, Monty continue to succeed here at the next big event after that, only to be a part of the other category, which is the gutted teams that will now fail.
Yeah. Some teams had to suffer sort of bigger losses than others, and it's just a sad reality of the situation. But even teams like you said, Monty, who lost their player in Boros, Boros and Monty were synonymous. Well, gotta say they landed on their feet. They did a great job, and that comes down to good IGLing too. But it also can come down to having the time to prep and being prepared. So of course, who knows how good ITB could get or would get with more time.
I think also trying to replace a specialist player like Cypher.
Yeah,
he turned a lot of heads. And he did something very important for them, like Thomas is right now. The thought of keeping ITB alive. 2 kills in middle. Nice slow split out into the A site. It is a massive road ahead of them. But it is one made cobblestone by cobblestone. And Thomas has put down the first.
There's a lot of that in London.
His name's Techno 4K. Is that because he's going to clutch this?
Oh my God, he's just going to defuse. He doesn't even know the guy passed him. Oh, just chill. Does he have a kit? Oh my God.
Is this why they call him
he
Techno 4K?
No, why would you shoot? Why would you shoot?
He's going to jump on bomb. It's still planted. Defaults. Oh, they're coming back. Dude, why did he shoot? He could have just sat there. He could have just waited.
Come on, you passed the guy in Palace. They're going to push everything else. You know that. Techno.
It's okay. He's got that bloodlust.
Look, he's so innocent. He doesn't even realize the opportunity he had to ninja defuse win.
Dude, he could have. You know what? I'm glad he didn't. I don't think ITB could have survived that.
Yeah.
If he pulls off that 1v4 ninja defuse, I don't think there is a map 2. I think ITB just leave.
They just leave. That'd be a world's first. That would put your team on the map.
Yes,
for
it
better
would.
or
Yeah,
worse.
it would turn heads.
You got to make history one way or the other.
Yeah.
So
they just stand up and say, "Gentlemen, we will keep our dignity."
we're Brexiting again.
Brexiting again. We're out. Brexit means Brexit. I'm gone.
Oh, God.
Nice couple kills coming back. Listen, Thomas is fighting for it, all right? And I love a fighting spirit. Nobody wants to get swamped. A site belongs to the Mongols, but the bomb's inside of B, so not a problem. They got their 4th, they'll take a 5th. And I am truly a believer that all these kills actually count. You are going into what's going to be a very difficult talk in between maps, assuming Mongols close this shortly. And that difficult talk is going to take, a little confidence and ego to bounce into the next one with. So,
Yeah.
God, hang on to the ego.
If you can, yeah. I said I saw Alistair this morning and Thomas, and I said, Alistair, you got any tips? He said, you're fine. No problem. He told ITB.
Yeah.
I figure, Asian RMR, Alistair would know how to beat the Mongols.
Right.
But maybe he wants to see the Mongols succeed, because then it validates the Greyhound results,
Sure.
even further.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to tip ITB off.
Fair.
No longer a colony.
Poor ITB. Thomas walked away from that conversation thinking, nice, maybe I do have this. Then they jumped into the server and were met by a rude awakening. I, for one, welcome the return of this form from the Mongols, even if it is at the expense of ITB. You have to have a loser when you have a winner.
It is the feet of clay that makes the gold of the image precious.
The Mongols looking like a golden opportunity to run this lower bracket. Yes, opening loss, but it's just a best of one. And it is Mouse, those who have already progressed to the next stage of the event. No shame in that if you are the Mongols. First big outing as well for 910 and International Counter-Strike. Same for 16-year-old Mzinho, who's given us a flash in the pan of impressive mechanics, but it's really 9-10 with those massive clutches in the first half that have dismantled it all. Now, Mzinho is the guy with the AK, so maybe we get something spectacular. Crucial will take a dink from the Opper. And Thomas catches the bottom mid play. So from 4 rounds to 5 to now 6. Slowly, the cogs get turning. Mzinho, yeah, he's going to start to pull them back. Damage here to the economy of ITB. It's going to be valuable. Keep them on
nice.
You know?
They're in the site.
Yeah, they've got this. Smoke towards connector. Poor Blitz doesn't have a kit nor any more teammates. BMAS going to stack up a triple kill to close it. ITB still fighting. Felt like there was nothing once they lost the second pistol and weren't able to convert that force buy win. But there's something here. What was the score versus Ninjas?
16-5.
Well, they've improved since then.
Yeah, numerically. This has been a paddling, though.
Yeah. This could be the end.
1 HP for Neofrag.
When I say the end, I mean the end of the Mongols run. 5v4. ITB banking off Neofrag's underpass pickup. I was excited to see Neofrag get picked up somewhere else. Wasn't sure which OG players would be kept, which would move along, and I wasn't sure where Neofrag would wind up. You know, again, on paper, felt like an upgrade, but maybe they just need more time. Maybe it just doesn't gel. Who knows? Right now, Rollins just got 2 players locked in under Palace, so there's definitely a chance to reopen this A site.
But does he know the second one's there?
Yeah, he could forget about Blitz.
Oh, 2 in the middle, 1 going towards A. They're going to take the bomb A site.
God, just don't get 2v4'd again.
Oh, okay, now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Don't get 1v4'd.
3 smokes in middle not used. Blitz. He could expect them to come towards him still, obviously, because of Rallen's kill, so. That is 1 long gun barrel, but he's got it tucked.
Ah, done.
Yeah.
Rollins going to
Comes through
sense
the
him
wall
out.
a bit.
Yep.
Yep.
I haven't tested it myself, but looking at Counter-Strike 2's Vertigo, I think that they fixed the yellow tarp on ramp.
Nice.
Constantly things peeking out of that, but it looks far more solid now.
They could remove it, and that would fix it. The map, that is.
Get it gone. Bring back Cobble. Assuming A site's fixed. Now we got pistols here. Into the breach, making something happen. Continuing play on map 1. When we get to 10, we take it super seriously. That's always the rule. Because this could be a massive comeback.
You know what? I'm gonna say 11.
11 for this one?
For this
Okay.
one,
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, at 11, expect us to sit up straight. For now, Mongols just floating around. Another player up in apartments. At least ITB are playing these rounds nice and slow. They realize we cannot make a single mistake at this point. It is too far gone. And so all the brain power goes into minimizing mistakes. They've done that versus pistols for the most part. 9-10 drive-by USB, but BMAS is there. Bomb is inbound. And the last player has been found out. Still fighting, though.
Oh, my God. I mean, this round is live. The bomb hasn't been planted yet. Now, surely this angle is going to be good.
Yeah.
There we go. Nicely done from Thomas.
And Thomas is hitting some zingers.
He is, man.
I've seen some headshots.
Been doing good.
I felt bad for him when he got peeked by Mzinho towards Ticket. Mzinho just full swings with the FAMAS, and I'm thinking, man, if you're Thomas, you're thinking, yeah, I am a major quarterfinalist, you know? Feeling at an all-time high. You show up to Cologne with a new team, and you get absolutely deleted by a 16-year-old who has never played in Europe before.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just Counter-Strike.
Might be one of Thomas's first time in Europe as well, so.
Azteca double op. Mongols deciding to go into the double op setup to try and close this game. They've let ITB bleed rounds one too many times. Rallen still racking up the frags. 22 to his name, but we've got 2 wounded ITB members. And we've got Mongols still all over the map, taking a quick glance at supporting the B site. In reality, it's eyes set on A. It's Mzinho next to the Palace, and 9-10, the firecracker of Mongols.
Here comes the double push. They're spamming to mask it as rallen sort of comes forward. One will be spotted, but they see the smoke. It's a great shot from 9 to... Oh, and they let him go.
Yeah, the Opera's in position. Neofrag's low HP, and it did indeed feel like an inevitability.
Okay.
It's the two new players on the A site to shut this one down. They racked up a few rounds, but that double op setup immediately makes the difference, and you were all sat home knowing where this was going. We were sat here knowing where this was going, and the series goes to Ancient. That's the only place we can put hope in ITB's chance at turning any heads and trying to...